Hi guys, it's Granny Tana speaking. Welcome to this FS22 Let's Map video. In this video I'll keep on building on my upcoming American map Marigold Farm. In the last part we made some adjustments in this small forest, so we built a road, a dirt road, and this is not straight because here is a big rock and therefore it goes here, and here we have a little space with a tiny hut. So if you want to do some foresting work you can put your equipment here, and I added a tower. And you could climb this and then stand there and have a look all over the map and see all those nice mountains. Okay, so what I wanna do now is keep on beautifying this area here so that the road from the village to the farm is somehow the first thing that is beautified. And therefore I have a look. Here we have meadow already. Maybe I make it a little wider, and not today but soonish I want to make this this bank of this small creek. It will be totally different than now, so rather rocky like this, I think, because it's a narrow creek and therefore it will be rocky, I guess. Yeah, and what I thought is maybe working a little bit on this small lake for today. So, but first just some simple meadow painting. So, okay, I make this bigger, and then where is it? Here, and harvest ready and only on grass. Yes. Yeah, like so. And I leave this area ungrassed because, yeah, there I want to make this rock and such. Maybe already in the next part. So this won't be done in one go. This is quite a lot of work, those river banks, to make them really nice. But yeah, I could start in the next part. And somehow it's very enjoyable, this river modeling. So I don't go too close to this bank of the lake, because maybe here I make here other stuff. So okay, so this disturbed the canola there, and there is a bush sitting in the middle of the field. That's not good. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, did you see this? So I painted the grass and it removed some of the canola. And then I made undo. And what happened is these bushes appeared suddenly. And not where I painted into the field. This is quite strange. But I will remove those bushes. Oh, and I have a question to you. Maybe before I paint all the way. Yeah, on some maps I see it that between all fields there are dirt roads. So everywhere, between all the fields. And here in reality, where I live, there are some bigger roads between the fields. No, so no real roads, but more like farming roads. Also very small roads, but with asphalt. And then there are some smaller dirt roads. And then there are fields that are just rather close together or separated by bushes or grass and so, without any roads. So we don't have roads between all the fields. But maybe in America you have it that there are roads between all fields. So on Backroads County, where I play my Let's Play, there are roads everywhere between all the fields. And here, as you can see, I have a dirt road here, but none here. And I don't know whether this is the right way to do it. So maybe tell me whether it would be realistic with or without dirt roads between every fields or all the fields, or whether it would be okay to not have roads everywhere, but sometimes maybe only some bushes and grass between the fields. So now I think this rock area doesn't look nice. It's too blend somehow. So I will go and work on it a little bit, maybe with some noise. No, I won't be loud. This is a noise feature in the, and I can make it bigger than a noise feature in the landscaping tool, so that I don't get regular liftings, but with bumps and so, that it looks more realistic. You see those bumps here? And parts of the bumps I do by just clicking, 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 so I don't go over it with a steady pressed mouse, but more clicky, clicky. But parts of this bumpiness is made by the noise function. And then it looks more like natural rock. And here on this map I could use rock objects, but somehow I got so used to paint the rocks for my other maps, the hinterland for example, where everything should be removable, and therefore I only made rocks with the landscaping tool. Yeah, and the advantage of such rocks that are painted, it is slot saving for consoles and for weak PCs as well. So those weak PCs, they don't have slots, but they suffer from too much objects or too many objects. Maybe I should do this road here, because yeah, then this would be the limiter of this area, and therefore I should create a spline. And maybe I should paint this as grass here. Yeah, that is the first thing I do. Grass, 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 okay. So here this rocky area stops. And here, maybe I'll add a rock here. I think that makes it more interesting. But here is only grass, and I already smoothed it from the steepness, but as I see here, it goes down and then up again, and I think that is not needed. I could make something like a ramp from here to here, that it only goes up and then it's not as steep. So I try this in the sculpting mode, and 10 meters, yes, I think it's okay, 10 meters. So 10 meters radius. This is 20 meters in diameter. And first I set the slope target, which will be here. And then, yeah, where should it go? I think maybe something like that, a little bit, not too straight. So the slope, and now it's magic time. We start from here. Oi, 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 oi. What is it doing? The tractor has to jump. Jump, jump, jump. Okay, I try it again. Maybe I didn't press enough. And here you can see what deep hole it is. So I have to work quite a lot on this afterwards. Make it wider, I think. Oops. Ay, 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 ay. But we can handle this. Don't worry. So here we have a hole again. But right now it looks really dangerous. Okay. Okay, and maybe another one here. Later I will smooth everything. So this is just for preparing the terrain somehow. So, and now this is quite terrible, but here it's becoming much better already. And what we have now is we don't have this hole in the middle, which is what I wanted. And now I smooth everything. This road is a little bit disturbed by these actions from me. So I have to, oh, it's getting better already. And here this is quite strong, but already better. Maybe I can put some rocks here too, then it looks more believable. And here maybe I could make it higher. And now I make it wider for the smoothing. Because I think this road, this is a thin road, but I could imagine that it is used rather often. Yeah. For me, it's rather hard not to speak the T in often. But I think I can manage it. And this is sloped not only from top to back, from front to back, but to the side. And this is always rather terrible if a road is sloped to the side. Maybe it's not so bad, or maybe I can make it smaller, let's say like so, and then I subtract a little bit, oops, so, like so. Ah, this is not working because of the noise. Then I have to deactivate the noise. So, is it better now? A little bit. So in the end I will have to drive on all those roads and check whether they are too bumpy or whether they are okay. I think some bumpiness is okay because it makes the driving interesting, but it shouldn't be too much. So now it's time for the spline, but first saving. So, and where are all my splines? I think maybe here in gameplay. Yes, yes. roads, and this is one that is free. I start it here. So turn it. Okay. So, okay. Maybe here pulling a little bit that it gets more roundish. No, that is not such a good idea. I hope I can bring it somehow. Yeah, I think if I do it like that, and then maybe make a small one in this direction, then it's not too straight. Because I want to do straight roads only where it is very useful to have straight roads, and everything else I want to have a lot of curves and so, because it's more beautiful somehow. It feels more organic. So but this is rather straight. Maybe because the overall slope is rather straight as well, but it is a little bit of a curve. We will see whether it will be good. And then we make the other one maybe here, that we are still on this ramp. I think this will go. Yeah, so now I save it and then I search for the right dirt road. Maybe I check what I have on the other side. I have a dirt road. Maybe it was a small dirt road. So scripts, okay. And dirt road Marigold, I think this is the bigger one, and this is a small dirt road. I just try whether it will be good. Okay, yes, it's a dirt road, as it should be. Good. So then I just leave that open and I take another spline, maybe from here. Like so. So. too much down. And then I will see whether this triangle is big enough to put a tree in the center. So, okay, maybe first saving. And then executing. Good. Now I can close it and make those splines invisible. And so I can see, okay, I have 4 unused splines left over. And later I will make this better. So that there are those stripes, and so the roads will be improved. Yeah, what I'm asking myself, here we have something like here it is not steep, and here it's much steeper, so maybe I can how it's called, smooth it out. Let's see whether it will be smoothed. No? Maybe it thinks it is already smooth. If I lift this, sometimes it helps to lift it something a little bit or to push it down. I think it's a little bit better now. And it's okay that it becomes steeper there in the forest. And I think when I'm done with this area, or the whole area, I will try whether you can drive or whether it's too steep there. So now maybe I make some more rocks here, and maybe even with noise. And then we paint it in rock color. So let's see how it comes out. Mountain rock. And I want it from 20 degrees till 90. Okay, yeah. And here. I have to remove the meadow there. And then here maybe some grass where it's flatter. So 0 to 20 with some grass. Okay, we get quite some spots where we can grow some. Oh, all this. Okay. Yeah, we can grow meadow there. And maybe some bushes and such. Okay. That is not as steep as I thought, but I'd say it's okay. Okay. And then I go for the really steep areas, let's say more than 40 degrees, up to 90, with the mountain rock dark. And oh yeah, we have some areas. This is good. Because then we have some variety in the rock color, and I think it makes it more interesting. So, and now I remove the meadow from the rock. From the rock. Okay. And now I paint the meadow on all the grass. And I will add some other plants, but first I just make meadow. And here I think some meadow too. And there I will go into riverbank. And then this, how steep is it? Maybe I want to make some beach-like area where it's not so steep. It would be this. And everything else is much too steep. Maybe I could even make this rockier, so that we have some areas where the meadow goes rather straight into the lake, and some area where it's rocky. So and this we'll do at another time, because this would be too much for today. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, I think it would be a good idea to make some more rocky areas there, because it's a little bit too steep for the meadow. It would be okay, but not good, I think. So just add some rocks here. I think that should be it. And now mountain rock. Well, we could just make the mountain rock dark already. Yeah, we have some areas. Good. And then from 20 to 40 degrees I make the normal mountain rock. And all the rest stays grass. Like so. Yeah. Oh, I think it looks idyllic. Do you say it like that? But at least bucolic. That is a word I already learned. So yeah, maybe I go for some riverbank painting. Riverbank, riverbed. Okay, they call it riverbank here. Bed. Yeah, the riverbed is maybe something different than the riverbank, but the texture is nearly the same. Do I have some limits? I think this is the right one. Yeah, my first encounter with the word bucolic was quite, let's say, remarkable for me. Because I was at a festival, an international festival, and talking to an American or English guy. At least he was English speaking. That's what I know, definitely. And native language English speaker. And we were talking quite nicely, nothing special. And then he said, oh, somehow you are very interesting and you have such an bucolic, bucolic, not aura, but more like, so you are so bucolic for me, something like that, he said. So maybe I should deactivate this water for a while to be able to paint everything with them. Yeah, so he said, for me you seem so bucolic. Let's say it like that. And I had no idea what this strange word means, bucolic. I never heard of this before. But I got some understanding from the first moment on, because yeah, I could feel the word somehow. And yeah, much later, so he told me what this means, that it has something to do with the countryside and a bit little old-fashioned and so, and I felt, yeah, that's somehow true, and I felt the truth in his idea that I'm bucolic, or I look bucolic, or to be with me feels bucolic, and so. And so therefore this word has a personal meaning for me somehow. And yeah, then when I was back home, I looked it up in a dictionary, and yeah, I understood that there is no real translation. We don't have a word like that in German, in the German language. But I understood what it meant. Yeah, I understood it already in the beginning, but then I understood it even better. Let's say it like that. And because it was somehow strong experience for me, I remembered this word. And indeed, I really love bucolic sceneries. I really like it when the scenery is very bucolic, and so it matches for me somehow. Yeah, and therefore I like to say it because I have this personal connection with this word. I don't even remember whether I talked a lot with this guy afterwards, so this was not the most important thing. The most important thing for me was to get to know this word. Very strange, isn't it? And somehow I never looked really modern, and I liked a kind of old-fashioned clothes. So very often I only wear clothes that I saw myself, and I have somehow special ideas about what I do like to wear. Yeah, and my preferred style is indeed a little bit old-fashioned, but cozy. What is here? Oh, nothing special. Okay, so now I need a sand texture. And that was when I was rather young. I think I was 25 or so. And now I'm 60. So now I'm really old-fashioned, but then I was young. Okay. So this is our small beach. And now maybe I put a small landing bridge or landing stage there, but first saving. And then you can go there and pretend to be fishing. Or pretend to do some fishing. So, and I hope it works. I prepared some bridges and landing stages from my map Hinterland to work here. So maybe I just go there, and then in my maps area, Marigold, placeables. Maybe I just import all the bridges and landing stages in one go. And then I hide everything that I don't need now. So, oh, I don't need to hide it, it is hidden. So, I hope it gets all the textures right. It should. Okay. Oh, it takes a while. They are not so big, those bridges. They only have one texture. Ah, here we are. So the landing bridge is small. Landing say, oh, I call it bridge 20 meters here. This is okay. Yeah, everything's perfect. So, or maybe rather, let's see. Like so. Then you can have a bath here, and you can go over there to do some fishing or to jump into the water. Yeah, let's see underneath. Yeah, the legs are long enough. Yeah. So now we need some trees and then some bushes and decorative stuff and so, and then we already have a nice area, I'd say. Where did I put those trees? Oh, whoa, in this very long area. Maybe I start a new one and call it lake, small lake. Transform group, here we have one. I just take it and put it here, or rather there, and push it up. So, and call it small lake. And then I just take some trees from there and copy them. Maple is good. And a downy serviceberry is always good. Oak stage 3. Do we have oak stage 2? And I wanted to put some leaf trees at the edge of the forest. But maybe next time. Where is the oak stage 2? What is this? Oak stage 3. Okay, I just copy it. Then I search for a smaller oak somewhere else. Okay. So now we put one here. And another one. Here. And a pine. Maybe here. And another pine. Here. And the maple could go there. And then we have this downy serviceberry. So, and that are all the trees already. Yeah. Are there enough trees? For the moment, yes, I'd say. So now I start with some big bushes. Okay. Oh, and here maybe I have to put a little bit of dirt road. So no real road, but more like some dirty footsteps. Dirt, very tiny. This is not very tiny, this is better. So maybe from here for the lazy ones, and maybe here another one for those who come from the village. We have the big river there, but maybe this is a favorite spot to have a nice bath. And now we remove the grass here. So yeah, and I will see whether this is good like that or maybe even more connected. And what is there? Grass, meadow on grass. Yeah, that was missing. So now the bushes. Deco bush, okay, and the super big, and they come only on grass 1. And let's see. Okay, so I can use this big brush, but they only come, some of them, more or less random, because I limit it to texture grass 1. So this is a rather okay way to do it, but we get some holes here because the bushes are so big that they can't grow everywhere. So maybe I have to fill it up with smaller bushes later. So and here, oh, this is another nice space somehow where it's not so steep, but I guess most of the people, they go to to have a bath from there, not from here. No bush. So yeah, I definitely have to add some small bushes because of all those holes. So yeah, just take the small ones and everywhere, and now I make it smaller, the brush, and everywhere where I got those holes I go for the small bushes. And then I'll add some more flowers. Okay. Oh, and yes, I wanted to make a whole area with those daylilies. Because at least as I know them, so limit to the combined grass texture. Yeah, as I know them, they like to grow where it's rather wet. So, and now I start with the limiting to, yeah, maybe grass 2. So here they are dense and here they are more scattered. Yeah, isn't this idyllic? Oh, bucolic. So, and this is this really nice way to decorate areas with a kind of random way. Oh, here are still those empty areas. Or maybe I take other flowers to fill up those empty areas. And there is this French modder called Gwendal who made this map in 24 hours during a live stream. And yeah, I made a map tour about this map and I'm really impressed what he accomplished in such a short time. The map is not perfect, not at all, and it is not polished. How could it be in only 24 hours? Usually it takes 1,000 hours to build a map. And yeah, I could watch the live stream, not when he did it, but later as a video on demand. And I asked myself, how did he do it in 24 hours? And he really, he worked twice 12 hours. So he had 2 live streams with 12 hours each. And already that would kill me somehow. I couldn't do such a long live stream. But he did, and he modded and modded and modded on his map, and yeah, and most of it I thought, okay, this is not a miracle trick what he is doing. This is just normal mapping, nothing special so far. And yeah, so that was one very interesting aspect somehow, that he didn't have very good tricks for mapping most of the time, and for some things it even took him long, and I thought, okay, if the street building is taking so long, how can the map be finished after 24 hours? And then he made this random irregular decorating of areas, and that was very impressive for me. That was indeed a trick, and I already made, I think I made it here, and I told you about this. So I scatter some other color on it, and it is made easy, and it looks rather random because I limit my painting on only a part of this texture. And so this can be done with only the texture painting, and it can be done with decorating with flowers and so as well. So when I click here, I don't get a whole circle of those flowers, but only at some spots, because I limit it to only a random fourth of the grass texture. And so therefore it looks much more natural than if I would paint it manually with the circle. I would need to have the circle much smaller, and it would take much longer. So now I try to fill up all those empty spaces with those yellow flowers, and this is a really good trick. So what I could do else is I have a script where I could make an info layer on all this meadow stuff, and then say, okay, put randomly all those kinds of flowers and this and that. Then I get an even larger area, even faster decorated, like I did in the forest. Here, I did this with the forest area. Here we have all kinds of wooden foresty area decorations, and I could use it for the trees. But for the meadows I prefer it like that, because I don't make the meadows all at once, but I rather take one area and then make some rocks here and some roads there, and then therefore I don't have the whole area to treat. Yeah, and I like how it works. So maybe I try this this violet poppy, and I put it on grass 3. So is it the right one? Yeah. It's not so impressive, but rather nice. You can hardly see it. So and maybe I have also the red poppy, which I really love. This is okay, this violet one, but it's not so easy to see. And this is thin somehow. Sometimes I would like it to be not as thin, but it's very red. And sometimes I see this in large groups. Maybe I make a not too large group, but and here you see it doesn't go everywhere, so I don't get a whole area, and that makes it look more natural. But in reality, sometimes I really see a whole bunch all full of this. But I think I like it better like that for this meadow. So, and then maybe on the rocks some of this Maiden Farm. Where is it? It's at ground foliage, and then Maiden Fern. And let's see. Oh, we don't get enough, so I limit it to grass texture, and not only parts of it, but all of it. Yeah, I would love to have bigger fern as well. Maybe I should build one myself. But not now, because this takes quite a while. And maybe I even make some thimbleberry. But this should be limited, because this is rather dominant. So here, no, nothing at all. So this is more from the forest area, but I think as we are rather close to a forest, it's okay to use it here. So maybe a picnic bench would be nice here. Yeah. So, but at the moment I don't have a nice picnic bench here. Or maybe I search whether I find one from Elm Creek, or I wait for the next video and prepare one that I made myself. I made those, a copy of those from Silver Run Forest with an octagon shape, and I think this would be nice here. Or let's dive into Old Elm Creek, where this recreational area is. Should be somewhere here, but there is so much hidden. Oops. Oh, this is cute. This is very cute. Let's see whether this is nice at our lake. Oops, here we are back again. There is the farm, there is the lake, and yes, I like it. So then I only have to remove all this plant stuff, maybe. Yeah, it works like that. Doop, 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 doop. Ah, this is still limited. So without limit and then removing. Yes, very good. Yes, so this, and then we paint the scent. Where is it? Tup, 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 tup. Or dirt? No, I think here sand is better. Sadly, the sand is always wet. I have to try for the dry sand, because here the dry sand would be much nicer, and then the wet sand only here at the. Yeah. This is such a nice hut. I think I will use it at several places. On the island and maybe in some forests. Okay. Yeah. So we got a nice space to enjoy the free time when the work is done, or just to drive by and enjoy. Okay, that's it for today. I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you for watching and all the best. Till next time. Tschüss.